Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's Foundation Friday for over 50s, we're going to be taking a look at the new foundation from Rihanna. It's Fenty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. Now, this retails for $34 for 1.08 ounces and it comes in 40 shades. This is supposed to be a soft matte longwear foundation with buildable medium to full coverage that instantly smooths, diffuses the look of pores, and has a shine-free finish. It is supposed to be climate adaptive technology that's resistant to sweat and humidity, and it's also 100% cruelty-free. This is packaged in a frosted glass bottle. It's a really nice sleek shape with a plastic top and a pump dispenser. I was hoping this would be made out of magical Rihanna pixie dust, but no, it's a standard water and silicone base with some talc, glycerin, pineapple, and papaya fruit extracts, and a whole lot of fragrance. When you put this on, you can smell it and the smell lingers. Let's see, it's noontime, put it on around 2 hours, and the smell is still lingering. So if you are fragrance averse, you won't like this. I got it in the shade 190 for light to medium skin with neutral undertones, 210 for medium skin with neutral undertones and subtle peach tones, and 230 for medium skin with neutral undertones. These do oxidize quite a bit. They call it, drying back to its true color. So the first day in the first footage, I'm using the shade 230, which, as you will see, looks good on me at first and then oxidizes throughout the day to something that is a little bit too tan. So let's go into the day one footage. I used my favorite sunscreen combo, which was the Australian Gold sunscreen mixed with the hydropeptide. I didn't use a primer or a setting powder. I applied to half my face with a sponge and half my face with my Morphe G6 brush. I used about 2 pumps and that ended up giving me medium to full coverage. The foundation has a stiff feel to it, so it takes a while to blend it out between using the sponge and the brush. This probably took a good 5 to 7 minutes to apply and a lot of work, but in the end it did blend out nicely with both the sponge and the brush, with fuller coverage on the brush side. And the only noticeable difference between the two sides was that on the sponge side it definitely kind of skipped over my pores, so it left me with these little black like pinprick holes in my face where I have enlarged pores on my forehead. So I did have to go back over with the brush and really kind of press it into my pores and then repounce it with the sponge just to get everything looking nice and smooth and even. For a first impression, I think it's okay. From here, it looks nice. It's a nice looking foundation. I think the color has kind of normalized. I don't feel like it looks so green as it did when I first put it on, so it might oxidize a little bit. I used my cream contour, which just removes the makeup right off your skin and you're left with just naked skin. It works just fine with powder products though, and they do blend nicely over the top of it. Within a half an hour, it was totally cracked and settled into every wrinkle on my face, even some wrinkles that I didn't even notice I have. Oh my God, it is ridiculously bad. This is possibly the worst foundation for mature skin that I have ever tried. It's even giving me wrinkles onto my nose. So halfway through the day, when I was seeing how oxidized it was, I knew I needed to get a different shade. And when I was seeing how awful my wrinkles looked, I definitely wanted to try her primer with it. When I was seeing the shine, I wanted to try her setting powder. So this is going to be a review of pretty much the full line because I did run out to Sephora and pick up everything else. I picked up a different shade of the foundation. This is the 210 that I'm wearing today because the 230 was definitely oxidizing to way tan and orange of a color. I also picked up the Pro Filt'r primer, which I'm also wearing today. I got her setting powder, which is called Invisimatte Universal, and look, this is a really cute package. I also picked up one of her Killawatt highlighter duos. Most of them are very, very glittery, so not for us, but this was like, the least glittery one. And this is very pretty, and I actually have both sides of this on today. I also picked up one of these little trios of the matchsticks because you can buy these individually in bigger sticks, but these trios are definitely the better bargain. So let me bring in the footage of me applying all this stuff for you guys midday yesterday, and we'll see what we thought of the entire line of Rihanna Fenty makeup. So that's the blotting powder, and it comes with a little puff to put it on with. So let's give that a try, see if we can magically blot away my overgrown pores. Definitely not so shiny, but wasn't this foundation supposed to be matte? Sure didn't stay matte for long. I mean, remember, this is only 3 hours in. Also, it feels kind of tacky. It doesn't really dry back. It's definitely coming off on my fingers every time I touch my face. So then the last thing is the Matchstick Trio. Let's open this guy up. They hang together, which is super cute. So there is a highlighter, a contour, and a blush. Maybe this is the blush. It's called Trippin'. It's very hard. It's not like, it's not creamy at all. It just feels really hard. Is there another way for me to say it? Hard. And this is in the shade Bamboo. Do your lighter contouring with. So maybe down the middle of your nose like that. This one is not as hard as the orange one. But okay, that's all right. This one is Mocha. I already established that when I used the NYX Wonder Stick, it just removed the foundation. So let's see how this one does. I had reapplied it. Ooh, that's dark. Ooh, and kind of red. Eey. But a lot of the other colors I looked at were really, really orange and really, really pale. So I don't know. Let's see if this will blend. See if we can get a blend on this. Ooh, that is not a good color for me. It's just going to make me look like I'm having heat stroke up there. Help, someone call an ambulance. It did the same and removed the foundation. I wanted to try the powder highlighter. This guy in the stop sign. So, sorry, this is this one, this is this one. All right, let's try the lighter one first. So let's go ahead and use the more shimmery side. Definitely more subtle, definitely more wet, icy, cool. So I came back at the 5-hour check-in. I feel so textury all over. I feel like the entire surface of my skin looks like really rough sandpaper. I want it to pro-filter me, and it's not pro-filtering me. It's doing opposite of pro-filtering me. So let me just come in closer and you can see what I'm talking about. I showed this at the 2-hour check-in, and it certainly hasn't gotten any better. The crusty, wrinkly, whole eye situation I have going on here. It has settled in every wrinkle on my face, some I've never even seen before. It's starting to wear off on the edges of my nose, definitely shiny around here, wearing off on the tip of my nose a little bit. It's definitely gathering in the nasal labial folds. It's giving me visible diagonal wrinkles from my from my nostrils down to my lip. Like, what is that? Over here, it's settled into these wrinkles right away. All in all, I think I look minimum 20 years older with this stuff on, so really hating it. Yesterday I had used my holy grail under eye concealer, the Lancome Efficern. So if you were thinking it was the under eye concealer that was making those wrinkles yesterday, oh no, no, no. It was not. I had put the foundation all up in here. So moving on from the disaster that was yesterday, I decided to just start fresh today, and I used the Pro Filter Primer. When I put it on, I didn't really feel like it blurred anything or did anything for my pores. It certainly didn't fill them in, because then when I applied the foundation with the sponge, I still got those little black polka dots that I had gotten the day before. But hopefully it will keep the makeup from settling into every wrinkle and from cracking. That is my hope for today with this primer. That's how much I'm putting like pressure on you. Are you feeling the stress? Yes, I'm shaking. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Today I'm using the 210. I feel like it's not oxidizing too badly. Like, this is the color I probably should have gone with from the beginning. It's a nice match for me, enjoying the color. Then I went in with the Invisimatte setting powder, and I didn't use the little puffer that comes with it. I used my e.l.f. brush, and I set my entire face with the setting powder, and it definitely mattified me, but I feel like it's not completely invisible. I think it does leave a little bit of a white cast. I think the look is good today. I haven't looked at it up close. It's been on for about 2 hours now. I should do an up close check-in to see if it is giving me all those wrinkles that yesterday did. It is way better than yesterday, but it is still settling into a couple of wrinkles, which I'm not very happy about. So while it's not giving me that total under eye wrinkle situation going on here, it's because I didn't put it there. But down here in this wrinkle, it's definitely settled in there. Settled in the wrinkles. I mean, you know, it sits on the skin like makeup. It's definitely kind of dry and matte looking. All right, so let's take a look at the foundation under normal house light, and then we'll take it outside and see what it looks like in some fairly bright sunshine. All right, you guys, we're in the kitchen with the yellowy overhead lighting. Let's see how the Fenty makeup looks here. All right, you guys, kind of breezy out here today. Hurricane Jose is swirling off the coast somewhere, and it's been raining for 2 days, but at least we've got some nice sunshine today to look at this. It is hazy, so it is a little bit more diffused than usual, but this is what we have to work with today because this video's going up tomorrow. All right, I'm back from outside with the windblown hair look. We'll do the phone test. There we go. That's glossy. All right. Who should I talk to today? I want to call my mom because she has been in the hospital. She had an operation, but I talked to her yesterday, and she finally, for the first time, was sounding like herself. So I was so relieved, and I've been so busy traveling and stuff that I haven't been able to get down to visit her. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I can go down and visit her in the rehab. So let's see how the phone test did. It's got a nice face print on it. Let's see how it photographs. I mean, I think it looks okay, but just not like the most natural makeup. It looks a little bit powdery, especially the powdery parts, right? Okay. Yes, it's 6:30. Really phone. All right, listen, I have to go out to dinner and I have to go get ready, and I'm not wearing this. This is as atrocious as it was yesterday. The primer did not save it. The setting powder did not save it. It has been on for just about 8 hours now, and you know, I don't find this to be that long wearing. I mean, on the bulk it is fairly long wearing, like it still looks like it's in place, but it looks so awful the whole time that you don't want it to be in place. It's one of those. It is shiny in spite of using both the mattifying primer and the super mattifying powder, both of which are now going back to the store. I think I'm taking the whole collection back, unless my daughter just wants to take it with her back to Miami, which will be fine with me if I never see it again. Rihanna, I am surprised you put your name on this stuff. Although daughter's wearing it and she, you know what? She isn't. I have it. She put it on yesterday and I was like, yeah, it looks okay. She was like, no, I love it. But today we're going out for this dinner together. She put on the YSL. What do you think about that? So she usually uses the Chanel, but she's out of that. So she's been using the YSL, but she had the chance to use the Fenty today. She didn't take it. All right, so this has become increasingly shiny throughout the day, as you can see. So once it gets shiny, it starts accentuating the texture all over my face, and it is still settling in my wrinkles. And now, because of the primer, it's also sliding around and wearing off weirdly. I've got big like gashes of it over here. I've got some big worn off areas of it on my forehead. But let me come in close. I mean, just looking at it in my mirror, I'm like, ah, it is awful looking. So let's start up here. So you can see all the texture on my forehead, right? And can you see the spots where it's like broken up and sliding around? And then of course up here, it's all worn off. I mean, look how textury my cheeks are. I mean, they're always textury, but I just feel there's so much extra textury today. mean, and the shine. And yes, settled in my pores, settled in my wrinkles just like yesterday. All right, you guys, so I gotta say, based on looking at the outdoor footage and the kitchen footage and my phone footage and stuff that I took, there is a little something about this. There is a little Rihanna pixie dust in here that makes it look good when it's photographed, because it does reflect light in kind of a lovely diffused way. But the second that you take the lens away and look at it in real life, or even take the lens up close to your face, you can see all the flaws, and there are just so many, between, you know, the heavy fragrance and the settling in the wrinkles, and that it like skips over your pores when you apply it with a sponge, leaving you with those black pinholes. That is no good either. And you know, while the price is okay at $34, by the time you throw the other two products at it that you need to make it look decent from a distance, you're up to $98. And you know what? For half of that, you could buy yourself a bottle of my holy grail, Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet. I like to always show you guys this, because then people ask, well, what do you like? And this is what I like. I wore this last weekend when I went to LA, and I felt so confident. My skin looked so great, and it lasted all day. It doesn't need primer, it doesn't need powder, you don't need to throw other products at it. So 50 bucks, bam, done. Put it on with your fingers, it looks gorgeous, it stays all day. You don't have to worry about this whole mess, this whole waxy, cakey, get, you know, shiny in the afternoon. I'm just over it. Sorry, Rihanna and all your people, if by some weird chance you're watching someone older review your foundation. I really wanted to like it. I can't, because I feel like Rihanna's a likable person, you know, she's very talented, she's gorgeous, of course, and people like her, and so I wanted to like her product. I just don't, and so I can't recommend it to my viewers, because you know what, my viewers have wrinkles, my viewers have pores, my viewers have all that I have, and maybe even some more. Anyway, that is my full review on the Fenty Pro Filt'r foundation. It didn't pro filter me, I'm sorry to say, and all the other stuff. Of all the products of the Fenty line, I gotta say, I do like the Kilowatt highlighter. I think it looks really nice, and it's not too much like the other ones in the range are so glittery, they're kind of ridiculous. I think this is just right for kind of mature skin. Definitely the one side, and if you want to just amp it up sometimes, you can go for the other side. So anyway, that's my full review on the Fenty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation and a couple of the other products from the line. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful and informative. As always, you guys, I thank you for your time and really appreciate your watching. And so if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And so I'll see you next time. So have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.